Raninga Ispat Private Limited case adjudicated by National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, Delhi. The main issue in this particular case is who shall reimburse the CARP cost when the application is illegally filed by a financial creditor. Whether it should be paid by the applicant alone or whether it should be paid proportionately by all the members of COC. Coming to the facts of the case, Kotak Resources filed CARP application under Section 7 of the IBC against Raninga Ispat Private Limited. The Raninga Ispat Private Limited, being the corporate debtor, has objected the same on multiple grounds, which include the Kotak Resources being the sole proprietor, it is not qualified as a person under Section 3 Clause 23 of the Code. It argued that there is no amount due according to its ledger accounts, and even if there is any due, it cannot be termed as a financial debt. Along with these, it also contended that there were huge discrepancies in the Form 1 submitted by the financial creditor. However, NCLT is not convinced by the arguments advanced by the corporate debtor. It admitted the application of CARP by stating that the objection regarding the petitioner being sole proprietor is not a person as per the code is not sustainable, and the amount claimed by them falls well within the ambit of financial debt. Further, the NCLT has also stated that based on ledger account submitted for just 1 year, it cannot be said that there is no amount due and payable. However, on appeal, NCLT had set aside the order passed by NCLT on various grounds such as the financial creditor was unable to prove the disbursal of the total amount claimed by them in the Form number 1. The partial amount disbursed by the financial creditor has been already repaid back according to the corporate debtor, and necessary proofs for the same have been furnished by the corporate debtor. Since there is no due, this claim cannot be classified as debt or default under the code. Further, the facts and records produced by the financial creditor are doubtful in nature because of the conflicting dates mentioned therein. This brings back to our issue regarding who has to reimburse the CARP cost when the application is illegally filed by the financial creditor. ARCIL is also the part of Committee of Creditors along with Kotak Resources has pleaded that the very initiation of the CARP is illegal at the hands of the applicant, that is Kotak Resources, and therefore the entire cost of the CARP has to be paid by them only and not by the Committee of Creditors. However, on verification of records by the NCLT, it found that the ARCL has become the part of Committee of Creditors upon their own consent. They have attended meetings and even ratified the CARP cost, therefore it cannot go back on their consent. Whereas the Kotak Resources contended that they should not be visited with the corporate insolvency resolution process cost in view of the fact that CARP process was not only for the benefit of the members of Committee of Creditors, but it is for the benefit of the company as a whole. The adjudicating body held that the corporate debtor could not be burdened with the liability of CARP costs, and it would be irrational if the whole amount of CARP cost is reimbursed either by Kotak Resources or ARCL to the resolution professional, as both of them ratified to the same. Therefore, NCLT held that both of them should pay the CARP cost proportionately, and even NCLT has upheld the same.